Hello, everyone. This is the most magnificent bird, Beak, speaking to you today. And in today's video, I'm back at it with another character review. And this character review is going to be on Gold Mythic, They Who Wonder Wanderer. And he is the next toon that's going to be a part of the Lone Wolves Allegiance. And before we get started, I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe out there. I'm doing pretty good, and I'm staying safe for the most part. And yeah, I don't have much else to say other than I am gonna get to my spoiler review of the season finale of the Daryl Dixon spinoff. Not in this video, but I'll get to it within the next day or so. So that'll definitely be coming. I can't wait to talk about that one, but this video isn't about Daryl. It's about Wanderer. And let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and jump into this, shall we? They Who Wander, Lone Wolves. His trait is alert, his role is control, and his allegiance is a member of the Lone Wolves. Let's take a look at his stats. His attack stat is 22,959. His defense, 14,349. And his HP, 20,090. Let's take a look at his adrenaline rush. Elusive Assault. The recharge rate is 55 AP, so that's a little bit faster than most gold mythics. This fighter gets elusive for the rest of combat. Attack an enemy for 250% damage, plus 1 attack for each Lone Wolves Allegiance teammate, prioritizing new targets. Okay, so you got a couple things going on here. Nothing too complicated. So, Wanderer, he's going to get elusive for the rest of combat, which in certain situations can definitely be very good. I think so. I mean, it would be a little bit better if he gave elusive to the whole team, or if he gave elusive to all of the Lone Wolves Allegiant teammates. I feel like that would have made that part a little bit better, but getting elusive for the rest of combat is still not a bad thing. It's still pretty good. Plus, he's attacking an enemy for 250% damage, which that sounds very low, and that part's a little disappointing, but there's other parts of his kit that I like, which we will get to. Plus, he'll be doing 1 attack for each Lone Wolves Allegiance teammate, which, if you have a team right now with Philip, Blake, Forsaken Michonne, and They Who Wander, that's 3 separate attacks, and if you mod him right and you give him the right weapon, he'll do some damage. Not as good damage as Michonne, but he'll still do some decent damage. And he's mostly a control toon anyway, so he's not meant to do like a whole lot of damage. So overall, his adrenaline rush, it could have been better, but it's not. I mean, there are certain parts of it that could have been better, but I don't think it's like the worst of the worst. I think it's okay. I'll have to definitely think about that one, but so far, looking at it first base right now, it's okay. I like the elusive. That part I really do like. Plus, he'll do, 250% damage plus 1 attack for each lone wolf's teammate on the team, which that potentially could be really good. Which he does have a specialist skill. He does have a specialist skill that we'll talk about. So overall, it's potentially going to be pretty good. So let's talk about his signature move, Target Erosion. The initial cooldown is turn 1, 2 turns for the cooldown, number of uses unlimited, an enemy gets minus 50% defense for 2 turns, one other enemy gets minus 30% defense for 2 turns, make a critical attack against a line of enemies for 300% damage each. Okay, so you know what? I do like his signature move because he's going to be dealing out 50, minus 50% defense to one enemy, plus another enemy is going to get minus 30%, and both of those minus defenses are both going to be for 2 turns, which that is a pretty good thing. And plus, he's going to be making a critical attack against a line of enemies, which I believe will trigger his specialist skill, which potentially that'll be a really good thing. So overall, I like his I like his signature move maybe a little bit more than his Adrenaline Rush, but I think both of them are not bad. I think they're decent for the most part. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about his mythic abilities. Precision. Enemy resistance are 40% lower against this fighter. No need to really go into this. No time to really go into this long. Go ahead and level up Precision. Might as well. You'll get the most out of Wanderer that way by leveling up Precision all the way for sure. Something extra. When attacking, deal 10% of this fighter's attack stat as hemorrhage damage. Okay, so this is one of the little things I was talking about that I really like on this character. So, right now, there's a certain weapon that you can get from the League store that has hemorrhage damage on the 4th slot, I believe. And I do have that weapon. The thing about it is, it's a very defensive weapon. That's the only thing I'm iffy about it on. I do have that certain weapon. And I was thinking maybe if you put this weapon on him, and it could work, it potentially could work really well with something extra. So the potential for the hemorrhage damage from something extra, and then the weapon from the League store, could potentially work and dish out even more hemorrhage damage. So it depends. You know what? I probably would go ahead and level up even without that certain weapon. Something extra might be worth going ahead and leveling up, because hemorrhage damage is if you get that on a certain tune, that tune, just like infection, is pretty much going to be done. So hemorrhage damage is absolutely dreadful to come up against, so I would level that one up for sure. Critical boost, 60% crit damage multiplier. So we're going to get into it in a moment, but his specialist skill is disarming, and if critical boost helps proc off disarming that much more, then it would definitely be worth leveling up critical boost to get that 60% crit damage multiplier. So yeah, I think that would definitely be worth it to level it up for sure if you do happen to pull for the Wanderer. Outflanked. When attacking, 60% chance to daze the target for 2 turns. So obviously this is pretty good. Depending on the target who you're attacking, you potentially could be doing 2, maybe 3 potential things at once. Let's just say if you aim for, I don't know, Peacekeeper, for example, you potentially could be disarming Peacekeeper, you could be dazing him, and you could be applying hemorrhage damage to him all in one hit. You know what? I was kind of maybe a little mixed on him when I was reading his Adrenaline Rush, but as I'm going over his mythic abilities, I'm actually liking the Wanderer just a little bit more than I did when I initially started this character review. So, yeah, definitely something extra. Critical Boost and Outflanked are definitely 3 mythic abilities I feel like you're gonna have to level up to get the best use out of They Who Wonder, for sure. For him to be, like, very, very useful, for sure. Now, let's get into his specialist skill, Disarming. This fighter will never trigger a special or epic weapon effect that activates an enemy fighter when an enemy fighter is defending. When this fighter performs a critical attack on a human target, that target will be disarmed for 2 turns. Disarmed fighters will lose any slot 3 special effects granted by their weapons. So, there you go. Critical Boost is going to work really well with Disarming. So, Precision, something extra, Critical Boost, and Outflanked, I feel like are definitely going to be the most important to get the most out of They Who Wonder, especially the last 3, without a doubt. Disarming can be really good in certain situations, and I do like Disarming. It's not my number 1 favorite specialist skill, but in certain situations, Disarming can be a lifesaver for sure. So yeah, this is this is part of his control role, you know what I mean? So he's not meant to do like tons of damage. Don't worry, Forsaken Michonne will do the damage. He's there to help out with certain parts of control. And let's take a look at his weapon. He's got a default pistol, so you can pretty much put whatever you want into his hands. And I just gotta say, I love the artwork on the Wanderer. I don't think there's a version of the Wanderer that has come into the game that has, as far as their look, I don't think there's been a certain Wanderer, as far as their look, has been disappointing. All of his looks have been pretty simple, but pretty cool, in my opinion. And I don't know, I do have enough tokens to pull for They Who Wonder, but I don't know, let me know, guys. Would you like to see me pull for They Who Wonder? I potentially could. It all depends on what you guys say. If you really want to see me pull for him, then I will pull for him. But right now, he's got certain stuff in his kit, especially Disarming, the Hemorrhage, the Daze. Those are all really great elements and really great parts of his kit that I think will make him a little bit better than I thought he was originally going to be. So yeah, definitely how I would work him. Probably get his attack stat up pretty high based off of the hemorrhage damage. That's going to be, I feel like that's going to be really crucial. And then, should you get the defense or HP up after that? I guess that all depends on how you mod him and what weapons you put on him, or what weapon you put on him. Honestly, either going a little bit higher on his HP or defense, not go the highest on his HP or defense, but making sure he can still take a hit won't be a bad thing, you know. Plus, They Who Wonder will benefit from Philip Blake's leader skill, especially with the 3-turn of the counter damage reduction So that's one benefit he would have being on that team. So yeah, what are your thoughts on They Who Wonder? Do you think he's a really good tune? Do you think he could have been a better tune? Are you going to pull for him? Just whatever your thoughts are on him, let me know down in the comments. And that's pretty much going to do it for the character review. But before I let you guys go, I do have 10 pulls on the treasure stash. So I might as well go ahead and pull them. You know, even if I got a character, what's the worst from the characters? I get some gilded bits. I do need Krista, so I don't know. I only have 10 pulls, so here we go. I'm just gonna, whatever I get is whatever I get. Okay, some trainers, not bad. Oh, gilded bits. I'll take them. Wow. I needed Krista, believe it or not. Yeah, that's my first Krista. So, 2 characters and a 5 pull. Honestly, that's better luck than I was expecting. Here we go for the final 5 pulls. Another Krista. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. Was I expecting 3 characters from 10 pulls? No, not really. But, hey, better than nothing. And Arav, I can use him as gilded bits. So, it's a win-win. And, yep, that's all I got That's all I got for you guys for today. Again, what are your thoughts on Gold Mythic They Who Wanderer? Are you going to be pulling for him? And if you do pull for him, good luck. And if you want to see me pull for him, if you guys really want to see that happen, just let me know down in the comments and I'll probably make a pull video. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys for today. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by and for your continued support. Or, if you're new, welcome in for the first time. All of you are very awesome, and I thank you again. And don't forget to hit the bell and switch on all notifications so you know the second I upload to YouTube. I am Beak, and I'm gonna go fly away back to my nest. Until next time, bye guys.